Comment allez-vous? J'espère que vous allez bien. So that is how to say hello everybody. How are you? I hope you are fine. So at least I've started with the French, with the French greetings in French. I hope you have already learned how to say how are you in French. Remember I said how are you in French? You use the verb to go. So we already conjugated the verb to go. So, and I told you comment means how, and then the verb aller, you put it with the verb vous, which is you in plural. So it becomes comment allez-vous? And then you say je vais bien. Je is first person singular. Vais is the verb to go. You see, it is irregular verb. It has changed to je vais. So vais is V-A-I-S. Je vais bien. Bien is B-I-E-N. So I am fine in French. And there's a word I said, j'espère que vous allez bien. J'espère is the verb to hope, espérer. So when you say j'espère, you see the verb espérer starts with an E. So when you say j'espère, you remove the E of je, which is of the first person singular, and then you join with it joins with the E of the verb espérer. Espérer is written as P-E-R-E-R. It is a regular verb, but it starts with the vowel, and then it has an accent. Espérer. So you will be seeing these verbs as we go along. So j'espère que vous allez bien. I hope you are fine. And I started with French because already, for those who are following my lessons, I think you already know how to say how are you and how to say I am fine, and you already know the personal pronouns like I already showed you in the previous lessons. So as we go along, I urge you to tell a friend to subscribe to my channel so that you can learn French. Share my channel as well so that I can get more subscribers, so that I will be able to get more support, and we are going to grow as a community where we can learn foreign languages, because like I said, foreign languages are a life changer. It changes people's lives. If you learn a foreign language, your life will change. You could get a better job, you could travel, you could meet different people who could help you achieve your dreams. So foreign languages is a life changer. It changed my life from where I was. It has brought me to where I am, and it is still taking me to many places. So I want you to subscribe to my channel. Let us grow as a community. Let us learn foreign languages in my channel, and you are going to experience a different type of learning, because I explain things the way they are, and I take element by element that constitute a language, so you can know exactly what element you're dealing with and how those elements enter into relation so they can form the French language. So the previous lesson, the last lesson that we did was on possessive adjectives. I hope you've learned your possessive adjectives, and it is important in French. You realize possessive adjectives in French, there are many compared to the English possessive adjectives. And now we come to the articles in French. We call them articles. Yeah, that's how you pronounce. It is written the same, but in French you always have to pronounce the R. That's why you'll have to say article. So yeah, I've said them in English. The title I've read it is in English. So it is still French for beginners. So here we are dealing with articles. So articles, there's what you call a definite article and the indefinite article. So what I'm talking about, those are the the la, and then the L apostrophe, no, there's the le, L-E, and then L apostrophe to show always that you have removed the E. And then you have the la, then also with an L apostrophe to show you've removed the A. So this is whenever you meet a noun which starts with a vowel, that's when you put the L apostrophe, because the two vowels cannot go together. Then you have the LES, that is the plural of the definite article. This is the definite article. So remember, there is the indefinite and then the definite article. Then when we come to the indefinite article, the first one is un. You know, it's just like the when you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a number, but it is also an article. So here it is It's like when you say in English a pen. So in French you always use un when it is something masculine. But when it is something feminine, you use une, and it is pronounced une. And when they are plural, it is des. It is des. So just like the French possessive adjectives, the definite and the indefinite articles, we have several of them depending on the gender and the number in the word, and also the beginning. That is the letter that the letter that the word begins with. If it begins with a vowel, you will put, if it is a definite article, you will put L and then apostrophe. It doesn't matter whether it is masculine or feminine. But when it comes to plural, it doesn't matter whether it remains the same whether it is masculine or feminine. It is le. So for example, we have seen the word ami, so it is going to be les amis. Les amis. You have to join the S with ami to make it become les amis. But if it is just one person, it is l'ami. You will not say la and then ami. You have to just say l'ami, which means you'll put L apostrophe A M I, even if it is masculine, that is without the E, or L apostrophe A M I E, which shows that is a female friend. But now when there are many, it is just les amis, whether it is feminine or masculine. It is les amis. Like I said, in always French, you always join for pronunciation purposes. You don't say les and then ami. Because remember, les is pronounced le. Le by itself is pronounced le. So for example, if you let's take the pen. You already saw the pen. If you want to say the pen, because it is masculine, you will have to say le stylo. If you say le stylo, it means you'll have to add an S or stylo at the end to make them plural. So always make sure you get the right pronunciation, because if you don't pronounce the things right in French, you will be probably saying some different things altogether. So I have also now put for you these things, these articles in a table, so it is going to be easier for you to follow. So actually the table, you will see it is written article, but actually it is written in French in the table, but like I've explained to you, in English it remains the same. You just pronounce in English articles, and in French you say article. And then you see in French there, you never pronounce the es. Normally at the end of the words are never pronounced. So you see here it's going to, and you have to pronounce the r. You have to say article. But just repeat after me: article. So you realize the es is not pronounced. It is up to the L that is pronounced. This is a rule in French. You start to, I think you already have come across this way of pronouncing in French. Whenever you see maybe an S at the end, you don't pronounce it. But French vowels are, you see, when you see an S, most vowels are pronounced. So you will see article. So then you will see this in French. In English, you say definite and indefinite. In French is article défini. Défini. So that is the definite article. So défini, there you see it is written D E with an accent on top, and then you have F-I-N-I-S. The S is not pronounced. So it is article défini. And then you have article indéfini. So you just try, if you want to, if you make it indefinite in French, you just add also I and N, and then there's the D, E with an accent on top, F-I-N-I-S. But now you see, like I said in French, if you want to say indefinite article, you can join the S. You can either join or don't join, but you can join because the normal rule is to join. So it is going to be, because it begins with a vowel, you have to say articles indéfinis. You join, and then the S, when you join with the vowel, becomes like an S sound. So that's why it's going to sound as if it's a one word, articles indéfinis, but those are two words because I have joined the S of the article and the I of the indefinite, because in French, when I and N meet, the pronunciation is A. So that's why you'll hear articles indéfinis. You'll be seeing this pronunciation as you go by, articles indéfinis. And as I said, let's continue, because now I'm going to try and use a bit of French so that you can start to know. Because before I was telling you, for example here, le LI, and then L apostrophe. LE is masculine singular, but in the table it is not written in English, it is written in French. So in French you pronounce it as masculin. Masculin. Repeat after me. Masculin. So masculin is masculine, and then masculin singulier. Repeat after me. Singulier. You will realize that when I and N meets, it's pronounced like A. So even in singulier, there's S-I-N, and then you have G-U-L-I-E-R. So you'll say masculin singulier. Repeat after me. Masculin singulier. So that is for the definite article. L-E, and then L apostrophe. L-E is pronounced le. Remember, it is pronounced le. Then, when you look at masculin singulier indefinite articles, such as articles indéfinis, it is pronounced un. Repeat after me. It is un. Then let's go to the feminine singular. So feminine singular, the article, definite article. So article défini, femina singulier, you pronounce femina. You have seen femina is written F E with an accent, M-I-N-I-N. So you will pronounce femina. I-N again here, pronounce A. Femina, and then femina singulier. So that is feminine singular. So it is la. Repeat after me. La. And then L apostrophe. If the word that you will put the article before, if that word or if that thing is starting with a vowel, like I said before, for example, l'ami. And then féminin singulier indéfini, article indéfini, indefinite article is une. Une. For example, let's still use the word ami. If you want to say a friend, you will say, if it is masculine singulier, you will say un ami. An ami. So even when you do that, because it starts with a vowel, you join the N of the of a. So you pronounce that if mexicana. It is joined together. An ami. If it is feminine singular indefinite article, I'm talking about indefinite article. Remember, indefinite article is feminine is une. Repeat after me. Une. So still, if you put ami, you'll add an e to make it feminine. You'll say une amie. Repeat after me. Une amie. And that takes us to the plural. The plural for the article, definite article. The plural is les. That is definite article. Remember the difference of indefinite article and definite article. You see, when you say indefinite article, something that is defined, because it comes from that to define something. And then when you say indefinite, it's something that is not defined. You have not defined it. It's just any. For example, if I say an ami, it just means a friend, any friend. Yeah? You have not defined it. But if you use the word the friend, so you have to finish the. You see, I can say a friend is complete, but if I say the friend, that word is not complete. Huh? That's why you say definite, indefinite. Why do you use them like that? Because if you say the friend, it means you have to complete the friend you saw yesterday, for example. You have to finish. But if you say a friend, I was with a friend, simple. I was with a friend. Huh? In French, it was j'étais avec un ami. J'étais avec un ami. This is the verb to be. It is put in imperfect tense. So those tenses you learn them much later. They are learned in level A1 and A2. So we are not going to learn how to use imperfect tenses here. We are still in the present tense, because beginners, we remain always in the present tense. We are still dealing with elements. We are still dealing with nouns, with gender, with this article, definite articles, with possessive, small things. We still, but as we go by, you know, when you will now start speaking French, you'll have to know how to speak in the past and so on. So you will be needing imperfect tense. Imperfect tense is a past tense, but it is an imperfect, because you have the perfect tense, which is a past tense, but it is perfect. So also these terms, you will find them later. You'll know the difference, why it is perfect. So that's why the difference between definite article and indefinite article. Why is it definite and why it's definite? So we come to plural. Plural in French is pluriel. So pronounce after me, pluriel. Pluriel. So that is French. That it means plural. So it is L-E-S, and it is pronounced le. It is pronounced le. You don't hear me pronouncing it. But since the S, there's always an S. If the word that is there's something that you have to put the article before begins with a vowel, you will always join that S with the vowel. So that's why you will say les amis. But now les amis, it doesn't matter whether it's masculine or feminine. For example, you'll say les amis. That is, you'll add an S if it is masculine. If it is masculine, you'll just add an S to make friends become plural. So you'll say les amis with an S at the end of ami. But if it is feminine, you will say les amis, but you will add an E and S. You see, after the I in the word ami, so it becomes les amis. I hope you will remember these rules. And let's finish with the articles indéfinis. So the indefinite article, plural, it is D-E-S, and it is pronounced de. And it is always, like I said also, since there's an S, you don't pronounce it, you'll say de, you don't pronounce the S. The S is silent, or the S is not pronounced. So they. So even if you still take the word ami, you can say des amis with just, because this is plural. Des amis is just with just an S after I. It means des amis. That is, actually it means some friends. When you say des amis, means some friends, because this is plural. Some friends, just some friends, not particular friends. But les amis means particular friends. So you complete les amis que je vis hier. So the friends I saw yesterday. We are going to see those past tense. We are going to see them later. But what I'm saying is that when you use the definite article, it is defined, so you have to complete, because when something is defined, is something you give the definition. But when it is not defined, there's no definition. So you can just say des amis. I was with friends yesterday. J'étais avec des amis. Avec means with. It is avec is A-V-E and C. So j'étais. So like I said, je is me in the first person. J'étais is the été is the verb to be. But in the imperfect tense, I was with friends yesterday. In French, you'll say j'étais avec des amis hier. Hier is written H-I-E-R. J'étais avec des amis hier. Just repeat so that you start to get to know French, how to speak French. J'étais avec des amis hier. Repeat after me. J'étais avec des amis hier. So des amis is some friends. You have seen I have joined DES avec ami because that's with vowel, and then the ami. If I put ES, it will mean I was with some female friends. But if there's no E, it is just I and S at the end of the word ami. I was with some male friends. So if I just say j'étais avec des amis hier, that is simple. But if I say j'étais avec les amis hier, that sentence is not complete. I have to say les amis, I have to give a definition. That's why it is called definite article. And you will see that if you know how to use these things slowly and slowly, you are getting to master the French elements which are necessary to construct sentences, because in French you have to know what you're dealing with if you want to construct sentences. You otherwise, unless maybe you just unless maybe you're born in France, and you know French, there's so many French people, they speak French but they don't know the different elements because they were born inside French. Not every French person who speaks even very good French actually knows what elements he's dealing with. Because if you want to know the elements, you have to study grammar. So this is what you call grammar, and grammar in French is very important. I know it's a bit boring, but you see, you have to deal with it because it is the only way for somebody who is not a French speaker, somebody who was not born in France and who has been speaking French all his life, because you have to know that you have to use different elements so that you can construct a sentence. So like I said, we are going to learn slowly and slowly these elements so that you can now take them one by one and make a sentence. Because now, according to what I have taught right from the beginning, I think those who have followed my lessons, they know what elements we are dealing with. And now, for example, they can take those elements that we've dealt with and they can already create a sentence. So if you're following, but if you're not following, because you cannot just start, you have to follow them step by step, like the way I have been going through them step by step. You have to look at the French for beginners. We started by counting 1 up to 10, then we said the days of the month and so on and so forth. And then we also said the seasons. Then we came to introducing oneself, where Mark, because the ones who are following my book, they know that it is Mark. I use this boy called Mark to introduce himself. Then he introduced his friend who's called Gilbert. So introducing myself and to introduce somebody. And then now I started breaking down the elements one by one so that each element is actually understood by people. So before I finish, I would urge you again to subscribe to my channel, join my YouTube channel, follow my lessons. Let us grow. Let us grow as a community, and let us support each other, because it is important to support each other so that we can grow and get to know these languages and maybe learn how to use them, because they will definitely bring some positive changes in your life. And you will also find that when you learn foreign languages, you will be open to different cultures, and you will realize that you're going to be able to even make friends from different nations and different countries, and create a network that is going to allow you also to have some kind of a springboard as far as your career is concerned, and also your life also. It's going to enrich in your life, because we are living in a globalized world where languages now have become a tool, an important tool, not only for economical purposes, but socially, and also in day-to-day existence. So follow my channel, help me grow, and we'll help each other to know these languages and become bilingual. We can become bilingual, or even we can become even what we call multilingual. That is, you can get to speak multiple languages. If you just believe in what you're doing, and if you follow, of course, you follow my channel, and I urge you to encourage others to follow my channel, share my channel to your groups, share with your friends, encourage your friends also to learn foreign languages, because languages, like I said, is a life changer, and also allows you to be performance in this globalized universe. Thank you.